I'm still like a big kid when I go flying anywhere, really. I had to use every trick known to mankind to persuade the lovely lady at the Qantas check-in desk to give me a window seat so I could get some footage for you guys. Anyway, this trip was 3 years in the making. Because the last couple of years we've had a global pandemic and repeated lockdowns, it took quite a long time to organise the trip, avoid cancellations, and get ourselves on a plane and over to New Zealand. So many places to shoot in the... obviously, we're off to the South Island of New Zealand. So many places to shoot there. The place is incredible. I love this blue sky when you get up to altitude on an aircraft there. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, once you've flown over the Tasman Sea, you come down into New Zealand, get some amazing views on the way in. Just some mountain peaks coming through the clouds there, and just looking down, it's just some incredible scenery there. So we've got 12 days planned to travel around the South Island. Every day we'll be shooting sunrises, we'll be shooting sunsets, and we'll be processing shots along the way. So make sure if you watch this particular episode that you tune in for any future episodes, because there's going to be a few. We got some incredible conditions when we were there. In fact, every day we got pretty decent light at different locations around New Zealand. So we're flying to Queenstown. I've been to Queenstown many times. Love Queenstown, gorgeous little town, and I've done a lot of skiing around that area as well. So anyway, you get there, you land, and get the bags, get checked in, grab a hire car, and get on the journey. Okay, here we go. Well, good morning. First morning in New Zealand, and we've left the town of Queenstown. We landed in Queenstown yesterday afternoon. Had dinner, did a sneaky sunset shot right in the harbour there at Queenstown. And we've driven. Not a bad start to the trip, actually. The very first night, right down the beach in front of Queenstown, we got some colour in the sky. Hopefully it was a sign of things to come, eh? There at Queenstown. And we've driven down about 45 minutes to the little town of Glenorchy. In fact, we flew in over Glenorchy yesterday, so you may have already seen some of the footage that I took, or some of the shots that I took coming in over Glenorchy. It was just absolutely spectacular. So we've come down here this morning. Birds are chirping. It's absolutely sensational. So I'm standing just on the shore, right beside the very famous Glenorchy jetty. Right behind me, we've got some of these amazing mountaintops that are still got a little bit of snow on them, and we've actually had a little bit of pink colour. It's a bit of a reverse, what I call a reverse sunrise, because we're shooting across to the west from here, but the sun's coming up and just lighting up these peaks just absolutely perfectly. A little bit of breeze around, so we might get some movement in the trees, but it's a very simple shot. I've come across a little bit around the shore here just to get something a little bit different. I've seen a lot of shots up on the jetty. Just want to try and get something a little bit different with a few reflections of this really calm sort of lake here, and try and capture some of the clouds above the mountains as well. So let's get this one up first. I'll put all the settings up for these shots at the end of the video. And very first shot of the trip. Let's check it out. Alright, so that was the first shot, landscape, of course. What I've just noticed is I'm actually standing on the shoreline here, so I'm just using that shoreline as a bit of a leading line in a portrait style shot now to take us onto the jetty. So spun the camera in a portrait here, got it mounted portrait, and then probably after this I'm going to jump up on the jetty and we'll try and get a bit of a jetty shot as well. So let's check the shot out as an alternative to the first one, and second shot of the day. Check it out. Okay, so I've just wandered all the way up onto the jetty here. I've just gone forward of this first light because there was a little bit too much light on the ground in front of us here, but it's a bit of a classic shot out the jetty, the little light on the end and the mountains in the background there. What I've done is I've just cut the top of this shot just where these clouds are at the top of the mountains, so I'm just trying to pick up the jetty as that leading line taking us straight into the shot there. So, okay, let's get this one done. So I'm actually just standing right off beside the jetty here. We've got some pink skies out in the distance there, and we found this this branch just sitting here. It's absolutely perfect. He's pointing right towards these pinky skies. So I've set the camera down low. I've actually taken a shot focused in on the branch very, very close up here. Although I'm at f10, so it may be enough to capture the whole scene. But I've got the focus stacked in on the foreground here, and I'm going to take a shot of these pinky clouds out in the distance as well. So we'll see if we can do it all in one shot. We've got a little bit of pinky reflections out in the lake here as well. So let's see if we can capture all this in one shot. Check it out. Okay, so we are done for this morning in Glenorchy. Great little town, about 45 minutes outside of Queenstown there. Lovely to see the little jetty again. Got a couple of nice shots whilst we were here. We're here in New Zealand for a 12-day trip, so I'm going to bring you lots of content from New Zealand whilst we're here. We're going to visit some amazing locations. Wow, conditions were amazing for the start of a trip here. So I hope you enjoyed the shots. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comments below. Let me know what your favourite shot was. I'm always interested to know what everyone likes in their favourite shots. We're going to head off for coffee and breakfast as we normally do. I'm going to put all the shots up now with all the settings, and then tomorrow we're going to be shooting around the Queenstown area. So we'll see you in the next video. Look out for part 2. Cheers.